Hey everybody, today's video is gonna be, just like the title says, exposing this brand, if you want to call it. It doesn't even have a proper logo, but it's called verifyshungite.com, and behind it is this individual who calls himself Gary Fong, and he presents himself as a very honorable individual fighting all fake shungite that's being sold online. He wants to provide real shungite and high quality shungite with lab tested certificates, as he likes to call it here, and hand tested. The marketing behind it is very clever. However, we're going to show you how it's very deceptive. And the point of it is just to milk as much as they can from this very common stone that's called shungite. It's only found in Russia. However, they found type 1 elite shungite stones in Colombia, which doesn't mean they're fake. It just means it's been found in another part of the world. And we're going to dissect this. We're going to unpack everything, because there's a lot to work with. This video series is going to consist of many parts, because there's a lot of content here that's deceiving. In this video, we're going to unpack a few of them, and you as a viewer, potential customer, can make up your own mind to determine if you want to buy from this site or other very reputable sellers with thousands of reviews online at much, much cheaper prices. Okay, so let's just get that clear from the beginning. This website and the person behind it, Verified Shungite, has a big following on YouTube because of their previous projects, which also are dubious. We're going to cover that in another part, as just to expose the truth to people out there, because the individual behind it, he's very convincing, and it seems like he has a lot of experience with this type of deceptive marketing. All right, so let's get into it. So shungite is a very beneficial stone. It was found in Russia, and recently they found some elite shungite, type 1 shungite. It's the same thing, which has a high content of fullerenes in it, in Colombia. And it's much cheaper. Okay, it's much cheaper. Doesn't mean it's fake by any means. You're not going to have the same stone only in one part. If they discovered it in another part of the world, you have to be open-minded and look into it. Not just claim it's fake just to sell your stones for ridiculous amounts of money. All right. Lab certified. All right, we're going to see that very shortly. Nothing is lab certified. It's all fabricated documents with many spelling mistakes and very unprofessional. It's a very unprofessional document which anybody can fabricate in his basement. Okay, so we're going to cover that later. 45-day guarantee satisfaction. That's another thing we're going to take a look later. They charge a huge amount for if you return the product. They charge 15% for inspection fees, regardless of if the product's $50 or $500, they charge a percentage, which makes absolutely no sense. Okay, here is the honorable individual who wants to save the world from fake shungite. And here's their shop. So we're going to start right away by going into this product here. It's a pendant, and we're going to show you the exact same one on Etsy, where it's being sold by a very reputable seller with thousands of reviews for a fraction of the price. Okay, so this one with the heart shape and this one with the circle, we're going to show you how it's a fraction of the cost. $63 they're asking for. They even mentioned the weight, which is funny because there's 34 million tons of this. It's type 3 shungite. They also say it's type 2, which is another lie. Type 2 shungite is extremely rare. It doesn't, and on top of that, you can't carve it like in a shape like this. Type 2, very, very rare. Nobody's even claiming to have that type of shungite on Etsy or Amazon. It's either type 3, which is the one that you can make shapes and jewelry and pyramids, or it's type 1, which is elite shungite, which you can't make into any shapes at all. They just sell the raw stones. Okay, so just look at the string and the necklace itself. Okay, let's just take those two things into consideration. And now let's go to the Etsy page. It's being sold by Lotus Meta Asana. Okay, they have 15,000 reviews. This is not debatable. You cannot say this is fake. All the reviews are there. You can go into it. They have 5 stars. Okay, so nobody can say anything about the authenticity of these stones. Okay, if this person was selling fake shungite, it would have been clear in the reviews. Okay, this Gary Fong is no one special. He's not selling the only real shungite on the internet. Okay, you got the Russians selling it for many years, and they are selling it at a very reasonable price, as you can see. Look, heart-shaped. And the other one is not here, but it's going to be around the same price. Okay, so we have to be fair. It's the same. It's exactly the same stone with the same cord. He hasn't even changed the cord to put a nicer one, you know, a silver necklace or something like that's going to justify the $63 that he's charging plus the shipping on top of it. Don't forget, he's charging the shipping on top. It's exactly the same necklace. Okay? Exactly the same necklace. Here you got the cord. The weight is absolutely irrelevant because there's 34 million tons of this type 3 shungite. It's not type 2. Okay, you can do all the tests you want. They're all real. Nobody's selling fake shungite. We've been in the business for over 10 years. Okay, and here is the so-called lab test. Okay, we're gonna dissect this in the other page because it's higher quality. So let's get into it right away here. Why purchase your shungite here? He claims that all shungite online is fake. His is a real one. He has certificates with third-party lab tested. You know, he's being very honorable in a world where a counterfeit shungite runs rampant. It's more important than ever to know who you're buying from. Yes, exactly. We saw the thousands of reviews from very honorable, truly honorable sellers on Etsy who do sell real shungite and at a reasonable price, not milking the customer because of, by using deceptive marketing. You've heard horror stories? Sure you have. Yes, it's your mission to simplify the process. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, but, the truth is here. It's obvious, it's blatantly obvious what's going on. Alright, okay, here we go. The lab tests. Okay, this is a so-called lab test, okay? They have their logo, if you want to call it that, and their website name. It's not even a business name. Okay, let's go further, okay? Because this so-called lab test has so many mistakes in it. It's unbelievable. So a laboratory is going to be a reputable institution where, you know, they've been doing these tests for years and years and years. So they would have a nice looking document. What is silver shungite? That's not the real name of type 1 elite shungite. It has a real name. So silver shungite absolutely is not what a laboratory would use. Okay. and are the same stone. We are talking about, like, is that a language a laboratory would use? We are talking about elite shungite mined near the village of Shanga, deep mine. That's not very specific to me. That's not a very professional language that a laboratory would use. As we're going to see right now, oh, the information is cut off here. Because there's no, oh, there you go, here. There's no mention of the laboratory address or name. All it says is the responsible for research is basically this Karelia shungite is the supplier of Gary Fong's verified shungite. And this lady, we know her, she's the CEO. She's the owner of this little shop that makes these necklaces and his foam plates and all the rest of the trinkets he's selling. And here is his address. There's no company name, nothing. It's just a website, which, again, it's very unprofessional. And all the spelling mistakes, analysis, it's just an amateur document that was put together here. Analysis, they're both written in different. There's two different mistakes there. Not only are correct, refractometry is, again, another mistake. It's just unbelievable. We've seen this seller making his videos over the last few years. We've saved the content, and now it was time to actually make a video exposing the truth. So you, the customer, just don't get ripped off. It's enough. We left comment on his videos, but he deletes them very quickly. He's efficient at that. We don't understand why there are so many lies in this marketing. We just don't care either, but we're going to have many parts to this video. It's just, we've had enough of this, we've been in the business for a long time. Shungite is very common, not elite shungite, but the regular type 3 shungite, which he claims is type 2.